Ladies and gents, Tottenham Hotspur are 90 minutes away from a European final. I'm so gassed. And do you know what? If it wasn't for a Bentancur deflection, we would have battered them tonight 5-6-0. We come away with a 3-1 win. James Maddison was absolutely ridiculous. He was so good. So good tonight. Genuinely. My man of the match, I thought he was ridiculous. He went off on the 60th minute with an injury. And since then, Bodo managed to get back into the game. Bentancur was good today as well. Solanke's penalty was a joke. Pedro Porro and Udogie running their socks off. And that is what we want to see. That is what we need. Make sure you go down. Drop a like on the video if you haven't already. Make sure you do butcher this subscribe button. We are steam rolling our way towards 60,000 subscribers. Manchester United tonight as well, by the way. Wow. Manchester United going out to Bilbao away and not just winning. Bruno Fernandes. Anyone thinks this guy is not world class? I genuinely don't understand your mindset, your logic there. In terms of Tottenham tonight, we absolutely battered them. They had one shot on target and they scored. We had the perfect start. We had to go out there tonight and dominate early. We had to go out there tonight and score early. And for anyone says in the chat, you know, it's only Bodo, Glimt, etc., they are where they are in the competition for a reason. You know, they have a very good unbeaten record. I think they've won something like 21 of the last 25 games at home against teams in European competitions. But that back four tonight, other than one slip up from Romero, which is, I don't know why he still does rash stuff like that, and a Bentancur own goal, we absolutely dominated them. Bissouma tonight, very good. His best performance in a Spurs shirt in a long time. In a long time. You know, Udogie, defensively, really good. We get a goal inside, what? I think it was 40 seconds. The perfect start. As you can see there, I was just double checking. I couldn't remember if it was a second, 1 minute 40 or a minute. But as you can see there, 1 minute, Brennan Johnson, you know, ball goes in, Richarlison wins the header, floats it to the back post, and there's Brennan Johnson, a man that I have criticised so much this season. So much. But steps up with a massive goal. A huge goal. So important for the boys. So important. We had to go out there tonight and score early and get off to a good start. And that's exactly what we did. We're 1-0 up inside a minute. James Maddison, the ball he played out wide to Richarlison. The ball he was playing inside to Solanke. The hold-up play. You could see tonight he wants to be that captain, screaming orders, telling Richarlison there was an opportunity when he took the shot early. Just run at your player, be more direct, take the fall back on. You know, you can see that this Bodo Glimt side are there for the taking. I am a little bit nervous. I'm not going to lie. I am a little bit nervous, the fact that they have scored. I'm going out there to Bodo, to Norway. I'm going to be there. One of the lucky 420 Spurs fans. Up the north of Norway. We're about 1,200 kilometers away from Oslo. I am a little nervous looking at the fact that they scored at the end. Madison's goal. The finish was a joke. Such a good finish, man. Such a good finish. Like, genuinely. That goal was just... It reminded me of the Madison from last season. You know, ball over the top. That ball was on all game against Bodo. Smart run. Great finish. 2-0 at half-time. And I'm thinking, right, go for the jugular. Go for the jugular. We then, corner goes into the box around the hour mark. the only criticism I could have, and I don't even think it is a criticism, but maybe it is a criticism, is, and it's not on Ange, it's as soon as they scored at the end in the 83rd minute, we had to go and get another one. If we go traveling to Norway and it's 4-1, I think most Spurs fans are sitting there saying, do you know what? I'm happy with that. The fact that they scored, right? If they score early in Norway, it's game on. It's absolutely game on if they score early out in Norway. Genuinely, it will be game on. You know, for us, you know, Solanke's penalty, Romero gets kicked in the shin. I don't care what anyone says. That's 100% a penalty. And then Dominic Solanke, like he did in the quarterfinals against Frankfurt, steps up from the spot and makes it 1-0. Now, they did get a consolation goal at the end from their very informed striker, Saltanez. It's poor defending from us, but that is the only downer you can have. Match stats, shots, possession, shots on target. You know, possession, they had obviously more, but in terms of clear-cut chances, you know, we by far deserve that. We battered them. You know, James Maddison stepping up in big games. Other teams in North London's 10s can't say that. Bruno Fernandes stepping up in big games. Other 10s in North London can't say that. Bruno Fernandes was actually a joke tonight for Man United. A joke. Like, genuinely, so good. So good. I'm looking at the breakdown on Twitter now. I'm looking at, Bergvall missing. Son missing. You know, I genuinely think that I think we're in the final, guys. I actually think we're in the Europa League final, and the fact that we're going to be playing Manchester United, that is just hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. In terms of Bodo Glimt, they don't have a game at the weekend. So they can, of course, rest their players. You know, they can, of course, be more prepared. But for us, it's all about the players tonight that stepped up. Brennan Johnson with a goal. Richarlison stepped up. James Maddison stepped up. Dominic Solanke stepped up. And the final is either going to be, or it's going to be Tottenham versus Man United on the 21st of May. And I will be there out in Spain. I'm flying out on the Tuesday, as you can see right there. You know, I'm absolutely buzzing for that. Absolutely. Let me just quickly go back to this. I mean, look at these stats. Expected goals is 3.04. Theirs is 0.26. Big chances created, 4 against 0. Big chances missed, 1 against 0. You know, passing accuracy is a bit higher for those. You know, but as you can see on the knockouts, there it is. Look at that. Man United winning 3-0 in Bilbao. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I look at Tottenham though. We've got it all to do. Go out and score early against Bodo Glimt, and it's game over. It's absolutely game over. You know, this West Ham game at the weekend, I could not give two shits about this game. I don't care. Look, I don't care if we lose. Look, I care that if we look like that's not true. I do care if we lose, but it's not the I want to get out of there with no injuries. Get out of there with no injuries and get in to the final. You know, decent performance away out in Norway, and we're pretty much there, guys. We are pretty much there. Make sure you drop a like. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Let me know your thoughts. I'm just looking on Twitter now. Bergvall, expect to be back for the final if Tottenham get there. Yeah, like, it's absolutely huge, guys. I'm just, please. No Spursiness in Norway. No Spursiness in Norway. And we're there. And we are there. Let me know your thoughts. Drop a like. Hit that subscribe button. I am out.